What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, if you see something that you like here today, please don't forget to subscribe at some point. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So it's that time of the week. It's time for my weekly rotation. It's week number 36, and have a real special announcement here at the end of the video, so make sure you watch all the way through. Stay tuned.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
So starting off on Sunday, I kind of decided to set a theme for the week. So I went with mass appealing fragrances this week, you know, stuff that's work friendly. I do like to wear a lot of that stuff. The more challenging things I like to wear in the winter or on my days off, because I don't really want to, you know, offend anyone at work, because I do have people around me that have sensitive noses. So I started off with, on my day off, with a very, very fresh and delightful mass appealing fragrance. It was actually the first time I've worn it since I bought it. It's from Salvatore Ferragamo. It's Homme Urban Feel. Now, is this some exciting fragrance that smells different, that much different from the rest? No, not really, but two prominent notes to me, bergamot and ambroxan. And it smells good, and it goes quite a while, about 6 hours until it really faded. I ended up refreshing too, because I really do like the smell of it. If you like bergamot and ambroxan, you'll absolutely like Homme Urban Feel. And then out the shower that night, I went with Zaharoff Cool Water, but the mild deodorant spray. I like to spray this one a lot out the shower, because you're really going to get that cool water scent without, you know, 6 or 7 hours of performance. This is maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's gone. It's perfect out the shower before bed, for at least for how I like to wear fragrances out the shower. And that night, Zaharoff Cool Water, the mild deodorant spray. Moving into Monday, this is probably my favorite in the line. In my version, in my opinion, it's a better version than Sauvage Eau de Toilette from Prada. It's Luna Rosa Carbon. The lavender, the way that they use lavender versus the lavender in Sauvage changes this fragrance, because it really smooths it out, because Prada's known for using soapy lavender. Oh man, and soapy iris, and this definitely smooths out that Sauvage EDT DNA, because that's basically how I look at it. It's Sauvage EDT with a smoother, soapier lavender. It's just more well-rounded and polished. This stuff is incredible. And, you know, just when you think it's gone, you're just anosmic to it. You know, after a few hours, when it's not really projecting super heavy anymore, take my mask off to get on the phone in my office or whatever, and it just hits me. Poof, smell it all over again 5, 6, 7 hours in. So don't think that, you know, because when I did the full review a while back, I had people in the comments saying, oh, I get 3 or 4 hours, I must have a bad batch. Oh, does anybody know about reformulations? You're anosmic to it. At least that's the case with me. You're anosmic to it. When I did my full review for it, I would have to go by people and have them, you know, tell me, ooh, you smell good or something. I'd have to walk by people over and over until somebody would say something, because I couldn't smell it anymore. And I was worried it was bad performance. Nope, just anosmia. So that is an issue with this one. But that's if you're just smelling it over and over. You'll become anosmic to it. But when you walk by somebody, they're going to smell you for hours and hours, because this thing is fantastic. And it's Prada Luna Rosa Carbon. And then when I got out the shower that night, my favorite out the shower fragrance, Nautica Classic. We're slowly whittling down this bottle. I want to smell it. Such a good fragrance, to me anyways. That Salty Marine Aquatic. This takes me back to junior high smelling this fragrance, because it smells almost identical to the original formula, which performed a lot better. I do have a vintage bottle of that, but it's tried and true. Love wearing this out the shower. That's Nautica Classic. Moving into Tuesday is one that I have not worn in a while, and has the most unique smell in the entire line, and as far as I'm concerned. It's from the Invictus line. It's Paco Rabanne Invictus Legend. Much greener and more ambery than everything else in the line. Yes, the original Invictus DNA is there, but it's more in the background. The bay leaf's heightened. You get some sea salt and some amber that's real prominent in this fragrance. And it's super powerful. Man, dare I say this is more powerful than the original Invictus. On me anyways. And the original Invictus is very, very powerful on me as well. I love that smell in the air. I love the whole line from Invictus. I really do. It's still my favorite line. Invictus is still my favorite fragrance. And sometimes this gets lost in the shuffle, and it was definitely time for a good wearing. I love all of them. I can't wait to see what the next flanker will be, because Onyx was just basically Invictus. It was just a limited collector's bottle. I can't wait to see what the next flanker is going to be. I have a feeling, this is just speculation, I have a feeling it's going to be something associated with the bottle being green, because that's kind of been the trend lately, is green stuff. So it's either going to be a red bottle or a green bottle. Just throwing it out there. That's my prediction. So we'll see. But on Tuesday, it's Invictus Legend. And then out the shower that night, it's pretty much all I wear this for. Penguin Ice Blue. Cheap, basic, woody aquatic. Nothing special. Can be had for $15 or less when you find them at the rack stores, which the few times I've been to the rack stores since everything opened back up, it's been kind of bare on the shelves, at least around here. So nothing special. I see people online finding some cool stuff, and eventually I will, but I've just been so busy I haven't had time to really hit the rack stores. But out the shower that night, rack store special, Penguin Ice Blue. Moving into Wednesday, this is one of the most beloved and one of the most hated fragrances out there, on par with the level of love and hate that Sauvage gets, really, and I like both. And this is Versace Dylan Blue. I love the way this fragrance smells, always have. Well, I say always. Since I really gave it a chance, it grew on me to where I love it now. At first, I did not care for it. The opening was a little much. It just didn't smell right on my skin. But I had to give it a few wearings, really get to know the fragrance, and I love this thing now. Now I could just grab and go and have this all through the week. I really could. I like the variety though, so I'm obviously, with these hundreds of fragrances, I'm not the type to just have one fragrance, but I could get away with it if I could. If you only had one, this is one I could suggest to somebody. There's a few others I would maybe suggest above it if you're just going to have one fragrance, but this absolutely is not a one-trick pony. It's very versatile, multi-season, multi-situation. It just smells great to me. Versace Dylan Blue. And then when I got out the shower that night, another Nautica fragrance. Voyage Sport. Probably my second favorite Nautica fragrance. I actually, because of how much I wear it, I guess I like it more than the original Voyage. Just being honest here. Man, some good stuff. I think it smells great. It's cheap. This is a 50 ml. I'm probably going to have to get a 100 ml sooner or later, because I'm starting to go through this bottle out the shower that night. Nautica Voyage Sport. Moving into Thursday, one that I haven't worn in a little while, and I tend to recommend this one a lot because I love the way it smells and it's extremely versatile. Very, very mass appealing. It's Coach for Men, the original. I love this fragrance. I have for a long time. The first time I smelled this was actually in a Coach store over at the Galleria Mall. Like a year after I moved to the Houston area, actually. Man. And then it started hitting the discounters. It had been out for a couple of months, and it started hitting the discounters. And then I got a 60 ml at the rack stores at one of the Marshalls. They started hitting rack stores too. This stuff's great. It really is. The suede really comes out in that base. Once you really hit the dry down and that juicy pear up top, and you get in the amberwood, the ambroxan, It's mass appealing. People like how it smells on me. It's not expensive, like $37. In that range will get you a 100 milliliter bottle nowadays. It's a good fragrance. I feel like everybody should have a bottle of it. It's kind of a staple, really and truly. And that was my weapon of choice that day. I don't recall if I resprayed because I was super busy. It was during closeout. It was like second to last day of the month. Yeah, I was super busy. So I didn't really have time to respray. I was quite busy, but absolutely love the way I smell. And then out the shower that night is another one of my favorites that I hadn't sprayed in a while, so I sprayed it pretty thick. Gap Yuzu and Chino. Love spraying this one out the shower. Fresh orange. Synthetic, don't get me wrong. It smells just fantastic. Love the way this smells. Next time you're passing by Gap, go check it out. Go spray it. You might end up wanting a bottle. Out the shower that night was Gap Yuzu and Chino. Moving into Friday, yes, I finally caved. Finally broke down and got a bottle. Sauvage Eau de Parfum. Got this from Kingdom Fragrances. Kingdom Fragrances and Steve's channel, Fragrance Fanatic, are linked below. I encourage you, go subscribe to Steve's channel. He just reached 2,000 subscribers. Congratulations, my brother. And then Kingdom Fragrances, they're competitive with FragranceNet, and in some instances, they beat FragranceNet's prices, such as La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum. It's a $20 difference, way cheaper than going to FragranceNet. And same thing, he beats FragranceNet on prices on Sauvage, EDT, and EDP as well. Check it out if you're in the market for any designer fragrances, because he's adding stuff every other day. His inventory is getting bigger and bigger. And this, that beautiful Dior atomizer. I've had samples of it. I mean, hell, I have my carded sample right here that maybe has one spray left. I pondered and pondered and pondered for the longest time about finally pulling the trigger. And when I moved to San Antonio for that couple of months I was there, I debated on doing it then, and then I had like 6 people I worked with that were wearing Sauvage on a daily basis. And I was like, whoa, pump the brakes. Not the time to buy a bottle of Sauvage. Well, now I'm back in the Houston area, and where I'm working at, nobody's wearing Sauvage. So when I wear Prada Luna Rosa Carbon, nobody smells like me. When I wear Sauvage Parfum, nobody's smelling like me, unless a customer comes in that's wearing it. So it was finally time to get my hands on Sauvage EDP, because I do enjoy it. It's just always been a problem with everyone around me wearing it. And I didn't want to just smell like half my coworkers every single day. You know, it's inevitable you're going to be around people that smell like these popular fragrances if you wear popular designer fragrances. But when it's that heavy, when it's multiple people on a daily basis, you don't want to smell like everybody else. You want to mix it up a little bit. Performance, even though, because I've heard people complain about performance. This is a newer batch. This is a 9J01. You see it right there at the top. You know, it's still performed great on me. So I don't understand the performance complaints. You know, this isn't some vintage, which it's not been out long enough to really have a vintage batch, but it's not an old batch of one of the launch batches or anything. Still performs great, guys. Don't sleep on it. If you like ambroxan, you know, this is really the king of ambroxan. As long as you don't have a bunch of people around you that smell like it. So do have a couple of videos lined up to do with this. I'm probably going to do a video comparing it to Bleu de Chanel, the Eau de Parfum, and then I'm going to do one with the whole line as well. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But really enjoyed wearing Sauvage EDP. And then out the shower that night, actually doubled up. It was back-to-back Gap, Yuzu and Chino. So nothing I haven't already said in this video, so we'll move on. And then last but not least was Saturday on game day. So this has been the most featured fragrance this summer on my channel. And I haven't worn it enough. I wear it here and there. I do. I love the fragrance. It's great. And I actually wore it yesterday, and I refreshed when I didn't need to because I just wanted to smell the opening again. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. I actually got a few compliments yesterday as well. This stuff works. It just does. It's powerful. It smells great. It's very, very, very people-pleasing. I encourage you, get a bottle. Same thing. Kingdom Fragrances below. Steve's got them in stock for a fantastic price. You want a bottle of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. The original's fantastic. It smells better, in my opinion, but the performance on this blows it out the water. So this is definitely the version to get. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. And then out the shower last night, this may surprise some of you because this is normally a casual day off kind of scent for me, and it's actually my scent of the day today because I felt like smelling it last night and today. It's been a little while since I wore it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is my favorite fragrance Davidoff's ever released. Cool Water Wave. I love this fragrance. I always have. This is a cheapie keeper for life for me. Eventually, I'll get the 200 milliliter bottle as a backup. I just love this fragrance. It's so good to me. That soapy shower gel mixed with Invictus Aqua with a little bit more juniper. It's great. It's the second full review I ever did on this channel from last summer. I love this fragrance. Out the shower, not really the best choice. Well, it can be. But as far as what I normally like to do, where I only need something that's going to give me an hour, 2, 3 hours performance because I'm going to bed after I get out the shower, but this gives me about 5 or 6. But and it was projecting a little bit. I was definitely smelling myself. Mission accomplished. Smells great. Was loving it out the shower. Davidoff Cool Water Wave. Well, that was the rotation, guys. So as far as this announcement, so I just reached 15,000 subscribers. I just want to say thank you to everyone for the continued support. You know, the views have been outrageous. Like, it's, you know, the lists, they do what they do. That's what most people like to watch. That's what you guys are always wanting to watch, different lists. You're always giving me ideas. Hey, do a video on this. Hey, do a video on that. The individual reviews, everything's just up and has stayed up for months and months now, guys. I can't thank you enough. You know, the milestones keep coming, and that's all because of you guys clicking on these videos, sharing, clicking the notification bell, watching the videos when they come out in the first couple of hours. I can't thank you guys enough. And I actually had a message from Kushik over at Vin Fragrances the other day, and he saw I was approaching 15,000, and he actually offered to do a $75 coupon for Venba Fragrances for you guys for the 15,000 subscriber giveaway. So I guess that's what we're going to do. So in the comments down below, put 15K I'm in. And that's it for your comment. I will let this run to next week's weekly rotation. Give everybody a full week to enter. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. But if you want to be entered for the giveaway, it's going to be a $75 coupon code for, or I guess you could look at it as a digital gift card for Venba Fragrances to use however you want. You can actually buy some Manceras with that, you know, without having to put any money in, I believe. Certain ones, you might have to put $6 or $7 in, but, you know, that's very nice of them. Thank you so much, Kushik, for offering to do that. I greatly appreciate it. Once again, put 15K I'm in the comment to be entered. Make sure you like and you're subscribed. I will announce it in a community post on the day of next week's weekly rotation. I don't know if that'll be Sunday or if that'll be Monday, because it's been kind of fluctuating, because here it is Sunday. It came out the last 2 weeks. It was on Monday and Tuesday. So that's going to be your telltale sign. So you have a full week to enter. Once again, thank you guys so very much. I am so appreciative and honored that y'all continue to make this channel grow, that you love hearing what I have to say, you know, interacting with you guys. I love fragrances. God, I love fragrances, and I love talking about them. And it's awesome that I have a group of people that want to hear me talk about them. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of the fragrances discussed in this video today, you give them a spray now, real confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.
Repeat, this is not a drill.